Good job, Max. Go. Jiggins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Leif Bakken, and you're on yourliveevent.com, along with Polar Television, and we have got the Jaguars of Northern Cass hosting the Kindred Vikings in North Dakota boys basketball. It's Region 1 basketball, and we're glad you're along for the ride. This should be a good one tonight, folks, and we're glad to have you for it. We are going to get right into things after this. Our Irie Insurance pregame show starts up, coaches' interviews, and talking about these two teams. All of that coming up next on yourliveevent.com and Polar Television.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
I'm Rachel Kringsted.
And I'm Jacob Kringsted.
And we are Polar customers.
At Safety Pool, we work directly with our customers to find solutions that work for them.
As small business owners, we wear a lot of hats. We handle so much of our customers' information every day that we don't feel comfortable being our own IT department.
With Polar taking care of our IT, we can focus on taking care of our customers.
Call today or visit polarcom.com to protect your customers' data with Polar Extreme IT.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. On yourliveevent.com, along with Polar TV, I'm Leif Bakken with your play-by-play action for tonight.
Good.
Northern
Big
Cass
block
Jaguars
by
hosting
Olsen.
the Kindred Vikings. As the Jaguars sit, they are 10-7 overall. The Vikings are 13-2. We're going to talk here with Coach
Ulster
Brad
Telephone
Wall of the
Company
Vikings
and
talk
R&J
about
Broadcasting
their recent
Incorporated
loss.
is proud to present to you this
This is all part
broadcast
of our
on
Irie Insurance
yourliveevent.com.
For all of your insurance needs, you can visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. That's IHRYINS.com. Irie Insurance pregame show. We start off with some coaches' comments from the Kindred Vikings. On yourliveevent.com and the Irie Insurance pregame show, I'm Leif Bakken talking with head coach of the Kindred High School Vikings, the boys basketball team. It's Coach Brad Whale, and they are 13-2 on the season. Coach, I want to talk briefly about the 9-point loss you guys had to Central Cass. Talk a little bit about that game, and you guys have been doing really well up to that point. What kind of happened that the wheels fell off there?
Well, we ran into a buzzsaw at Central Cass. They were 11 of 18 or 11 of 19 from the three-point line. We did not have one of our best defensive efforts, but give credit to Central Cass. They played awfully well. We have to clean that up tonight because we're running into a similar opponent tonight.
What were some of the things you liked in that game that you'd like to carry over against Northern Cass tonight?
Well, we got off to a pretty good start. We had a 10-point lead, and then combination of not guarding the three-point line and not taking care of the basketball and not executing offensively and not getting the ball to where it needs to go were key contributors to a 9-point loss. So hopefully we can clean those things up tonight.
What would you say is the key to your success, Coach? Again, you guys have gone on a huge run up until just a little bit ago, and now you've got this Northern Cass team to take on.
Well, I think traditionally we've been pretty good on the defensive end. Up to the game against Central Cass, we were only giving up 37 points a game, but obviously that went up quite a bit. But usually we're pretty solid defensively. We use our length, we use our size, and hopefully that can be a big factor tonight.
Any of the guys that you want folks to be watching on the stream tonight, anybody specific or anyone you think might be coming out and making things happen for you?
Well, Paul Olson is a returning starter, 6'5" wing player. He's been not overly healthy at this point in time, so hopefully tonight we're going to see where he's at in regards to health. Max McQuillan's a 3-year starter. He plays point. He can also play inside for us. Jaden Peraza is also a 2-year starter for us, 6'6" post player. And then Riley Sunram's 6'5" sophomore, just kind of had a real consistent year for us.
When you, I know a lot of teams don't really look at this. We're coming to the end. Regions are in sight on the horizon, but on the media poll, you guys slip a little bit. Does your team take that into consideration much and look that you guys have been ranked and you're high, and then you kind of drop down? Does that bring your guys down, or do they not look at it and they just want to play basketball?
I think sometimes a loss is good, even though it's to a rival. Resets our minds, refocuses the guys. We got a resilient group and a veteran group, so hopefully we can bounce back tonight.
Coach Brad Whale of the Kindred Vikings for the boys basketball team. They're taking on the Northern Cass Jaguars. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsborough, Macville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
On YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Leaf Bach, and this is the Irie Insurance Pregame Show, talking with head coach of the Northern Cass Jaguars boys basketball team, Bryce Laxdal. And Coach, we talked not too long ago, but we can talk again a little bit about the tough loss against Hillsborough Central Valley. You guys got some fire in your belly and tried to come back in that fourth quarter and end of third and into the fourth, and just couldn't quite get it to work. Do you think the guys are kind of down on themselves and ready to pick themselves up tonight?
Well, it's too late in the season to put your head down and feel bad about yourself. We got to come out and play hard tonight. We got a region opponent, and they're very similar to Hillsborough Central Valley. They're going to be big. They're going to be physical. So we got to make some adjustments and learn from Saturday. It'd be nice not to fall behind 16-0 to start a game. So we got to get some easy looks right away. We got to be ready to catch and shoot and attack their closeouts. Because they're going to be big and they're going to be strong, and it's going to be a lot of one and done. So hopefully shoot a little bit better at home. And we can take care of business tonight.
Kindred is coming off of a loss to Central Cass, and you kind of chuckle, and I think a lot of people are looking at that going, that makes this game a little interesting. How's that on your side as a coach and for your players?
Well, anytime you play against a Coach Whale team, they're going to be well coached, and they're going to be disciplined. They're going to box out. They're going to rebound. They're going to know your 2 or your 3 your best out of bounds plays, and they're going to know your offense. So we just have to come out and we have to make basketball plays. take advantage, like I said, attacking closeouts and just playing basketball, because they're going to be ready to play, and they're going to have a little bit of extra fire after, like you said, coming off a loss. They're going to be that much more fired up.
Is there anybody you think that can especially help? I know we talk about how you guys kind of live and die on the three-pointers. There's some guys that do really well on the outside, but maybe you have to change things up just a little bit to go up against Kindred.
Yeah, no, we're still going to shoot it. That's what we do. I hope Brock and Carter can knock down something early. Somebody hits something early, I think that, give them a little confidence. I'm looking for Brock maybe to knock something down early. Kind of, feed off of that and get everybody fired up. And the more we can keep our home crowd in the game and our players in the game from the get-go, it's going to be better for us playing at home.
Coach Bryce Laxdal of the Northern Cass Jaguars boys basketball team, 10-7 on the season, looking to make it 11-7. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
Thanks for being with us here on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar Television. I'm Leaf Bach, and Irie Insurance pregame show continues for all your insurance needs. Visit Irie Insurance online at IHRYINS.com. Well, we just heard from our two coaches as the Vikings of Kindred are 13-2. They were on, now I got to count it up here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-game run. They were on a 12-game run, and it was stopped by Central Cass just last week on February the 8th. A 69-60 loss, I should say, to the Squirrels the Vikings had. And so we'll see what Coach Whale kind of mentioning, if there will be some fired up, come out of that little bit, and the loss can be good for a team. And it's important. They did not get knocked back. They were sitting in the 2 slot in the media poll, and now they are at the 4 slot. And so does that mean a lot? Well, I mean, in some of those polls might bring you down a little bit, but I think these guys are good players, and everybody across the state pretty much knows that. And we look over at the Jags, who are 10-7. They just came off of a loss to Hillsborough Central Valley, 55-43 last week here on YourLiveEvent.com. I was able to have that play-by-play call, and the thing about that is 55-43, 12-point difference really doesn't show the fight and the heart that went into it, especially at the end of the second quarter and the end of the third and into the fourth quarter. And so they got to be able to have that fire and going into it here against the Vikings. It's going to be a big deal, that's for sure. So what's going to happen? Well, that's why we play the game. This is North Dakota Class B Region 1 boys basketball from the Palace on the Prairie. The Northern Cass Jaguars hosting the Kindred Vikings. On YourLiveEvent.com and Polar Television, we're going to take another break, come back briefly, and wrap up our Irie Insurance pregame show. And then we'll have anthems, lineups, and the game will begin. It's Valentine's Day. Did you bring your sweetheart to the computer to watch this basketball game? I hope so, because we're going to have some fun tonight. Jaguars and the Vikings in Region 1 North Dakota boys basketball.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relations, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online at northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119. The Irie Insurance pregame show continues here from the Palace on the Prairie. I'm Leif Bakken. This is YourLiveEvent.com and Polar Television. As we've got the Northern Cass High School band playing, as they got the school song going. Looks like Aiden Hall, our cameraman, he's going to help me out, and he's going to be able to tell me what's going on with the hats. Is it hat night? Helmet hat theme. Let's get a little shot on that. Get a little, there we go. Look at that. Hard hats, a sombrero. Somebody's got their aviator hat, or there's just a regular baseball caps, a sailor hat. These kids like to have some fun. They like to have some fun. Thanks, Aiden. Appreciate that. And that'll conclude our Irie Insurance pregame show as the Northern Cass student section is fired up and ready to go. For all your insurance needs, that's Irie Insurance. Visit Irie Insurance online at IHRYINS.com. IRIEINS.com. National anthem followed by the starting lineups is on the way. So we'll take a break here, and I'll come back. It's the Northern Cass Jaguars hosting the Kindred Vikings, a little bit of a rivalry. And we've got it for you on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV.
My dream career is to be an esthetician because it allows me to branch out and do different things on different people every day.
My dream career is to be a cosmetologist, and that's because I enjoy putting a smile on other people's faces. Putting a smile on other people's faces also puts a smile on my face.
My dream career is to be a massage therapist because I get to help people every day.
My dream career is becoming a nail tech because there are endless possibilities and I can get really creative with it.
We have 3 TVs in the house, and we had boxes and wires.
I called Polar, and she said, we're switching to streaming.
We were up and running in just no time. I can be in the kitchen making dinner, doing other things, and Daryl can be downstairs watching baseball or whatever he's watching, and we have no interference at all.
Watch anything you want from anywhere with Polar Streaming TV. Call today or visit polarcom.com to learn more.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
I'm Rachel Kringsted.
And I'm Jacob Kringsted.
And we are Polar customers.
At Safety Pool, we work directly with our customers to find solutions that work for them.
As small business owners, we wear a lot of hats. We handle so much of our customers' information every day that we don't feel comfortable being our own IT department.
With Polar taking care of our IT, we can focus on taking care of our customers.
Call today or visit polarcom.com to protect your customers' data with Polar Extreme IT.
All right, well, we're ready to get rolling here on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV. I'm Leaf Bach, and glad to have the play-by-play action for tonight. Region 1, North Dakota boys basketball. Regional tournament is on the horizon. We can see it. The girls, they're coming up in just a little while on the regional tournament. And so it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Lots of great stuff going on. Glad you're with us. On a Monday night, Valentine's night. So let's get to our starting lineups, starting with the Kindred High School Vikings. Number 20 is Jorgen Swenson. He's a guard at 5'11", and a junior for his team. Number 23 is Max McQuillan. He's a guard and forward at 6'6", and a senior. Paul Olson, also a senior and forward at 6'5", wearing the number 22. Number 30 is Jaden Peraza, listed as a center at 6'6", and a senior. And Riley Sunram, he's a sophomore, also listed as a center, standing at 6'5", wearing the number 44. Head coach Brad Whale, assisted by Scott Milbrandt and Matt Hagan, along with Jimmy Hoy. Well, let's get over there to our Northern Cass Jaguars. Stepping up first is the number 1, Jack Metzger. He's a senior, 5'9", and plays guard. Number 3 is Landon Schmoopy Moser. He's a 5'11" sophomore and a guard. Number 23 is Brock Carpenter, who's a senior as well. He's a forward standing at 5'11". Number 5 is Leighton Stroman, who's a 6'2" senior and a guard for his Jaguar team. And to round out the Jaguars, it's Luke Wagner wearing the number 25, a 6' senior and a forward. Head coach, once again, Bryce Laxdal, assisted by Chad Whitner. And we're ready to play basketball at the Palace on the Prairie near Hunter, North Dakota. Go Google that. But don't follow Google's directions to get to Hunter because it's probably wrong. Aiden Hall running our camera again tonight. We appreciate his help as always. And we've got a little bit of a rivalry game in this region. Kindred Vikings, Northern Cass Jaguars. These Vikings quite tall, and that might be one of the tough things about this as we're underway. Olson's able to handle the tip and get it to McQuillan, who brings the ball down the floor. Is tipped away and into the hands of Stroman with the steal. They'll drive, and now it's stolen back by Olson. Driving in, kicks out underneath the basket, up and off the glass. Peraza strikes first for the Vikings. Little token press put on. Stroman over to Metzger, who brings it across half court. Sends it back to the near side. Now we'll go to the top of the key where Metzger will set up the offense. Already 2 points on the board. Nice cut by Metzger, and then he gets hammered from behind. As he was trying to go up, McQuillan came up with the rebound, and I believe it'll be his foul. It is number 23. Max McQuillan, the 6'6" senior. We heard Coach Whale talk about him early on. Jaguars looking to get onto the board first. Second, get their first points, I should say, as Metzger's shot is just too light. It goes quite quiet. Second one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Peraza. All the Jags fans standing on their feet. We saw this against Hillsboro, where Hillsboro went on a 16-0 run. Bad pass turns into a turnover for the Vikings. And Coach Whale not happy. You can see that on film. Jags to inbound. Mosier finds Metzger in the backcourt. Safely across half court. Carpenter will come up and pick up the ball just on that far side of the key. Mosier steps out on top. Dribbles once, finds Metzger on the wing. He's trying to get around his tall opponent, tried to hook around him, finds Wagner. Wagner tries to drive, jump stop at the block, kicks it back out. Mosier open for three. You betcha, Schmoopy! Great three-pointer there, and now the Jags take the 1-point lead. 6:38 to play, a foul up top as the ball is trying to be brought up the floor. Metzger takes that one. As they pass it, now we go to the corner with Swenson. He'll try to drive the baseline. Now a kick out here to McQuillan, who'll drive to the baseline on the near side. Slides a little bit. Olsen to McQuillan, trying to go down underneath to Sunram, and then into the hands of Stroman for another steal. Here's Metzger for three on the wing. Just a little light on his shot. His shots have been just a touch under power so far as we approach 6 minutes to go in the first. Sunram trying to drive in, and he takes one too many steps. Wagner doing a great job playing defense on him. Another turnover on the Vikings, and that has Coach Whale a little bit upset. He wants to take a timeout. We take a timeout as well. The Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows us 3 for the Jaguars, 2 for the Vikings on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar Television. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Visit dhbanknd.com or one of their locations in eastern North Dakota or northwest Minnesota. They sponsor our scoreboard, and it shows the Northern Cast Jaguars over the Kindred Vikings right now, 3-2. Metzger picks up his dribble after he crosses half court. Stroman tries to drive, kick to the corner. Brock Carpenter looking for three. He's got it! Great shot for Brock Carpenter. Stroman with an excellent assist as well. 5:40 to go. Drive in here, and a shot from just under the free throw line for McQuillan to get on the books. But a 2-point lead remains for the Jaguars over their Kindred opponent. Stroman brings it across what they call the timeline. Kick it back to Metzger, who will stand on the Jaguar and let the play develop for his team. Mosier on the wing. Underneath the Carpenter. Wagner in the corner. Now we'll pass out to the wing to Metzger. Here's Stroman now, top key. Handoff. Metzger going to drive into the lane. He's got some space to work with. Too hard off the board. Can't get it to work. Sunram with the rebound. Peraza drives in, backs out. Fadeaway shot's not enough. Stroman comes up with their first rebound of the game for the Jaguars. Stroman stops at the free throw line. Kicks back. Wagner for three! Nailed it. 9-4, 4:40 to play in the first. Here's a drive for the Vikings, and that's the response Olsen wants, is I'll take it myself and I'll slam it down. 4:30 left in this first quarter. It's a 3-point lead for the Northern Cast Jaguars, who also have possession of the ball. Metzger trying to drive in, kicks out. Wagner wide for three, on its way off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to McQuillan. Olsen comes back down. He'll slam it down again. Paul Olsen, the 6'5 senior, can sky up there and put it down, and he's not afraid to tell these Jaguars that he's in control, although the Vikings are down by one still here. Stroman thought about the three for the Jaguars. Find Carpenter on this near side. Now we'll go back to Metzger at the top of the key. He'll drive, kick out. Wagner thinking about it. Good job by Sunram coming up behind him, and nice drive for Wagner. Luke Wagner, the 6' senior, taking on Sunram there as the Vikings try to push it a little bit fast here. Olsen was looking underneath for Peraza, and now we're going to have our first substitutes of the game, including Van Wetchel for the Jaguars. Cam Van Wetchel, a 6' senior. Also looking at number 5 for the Vikings, that's Carson Aus, a freshman at 6'5", and number 2 is Brock Whale, the 5'11 senior. Metzger asking for some help. Van Wetchel on the roll down, but Peraza comes up with the steal. As I say that, Metzger will come up with a steal on the other side. And then there's going to be a foul here on Aus. Carson House. Coach Whale telling his boys what they got to do. As they do that, the ball was set to come into play. Three guys are set to come in for the Jaguars. 3:10 to go in the game, but the official says, no, we're getting the play going. You have to stay off till next stoppage. Metzger drives to that far wing, being guarded by Whale. Kicks out to Stroman. Looking for Carpenter, who gets the screen. Now back to Metzger at the top. We're on with Mosier on the other. Long three-pointer. That misses everything. Sunram grabs the rebound. Sunram and Aus going to play a little catch on their way up. Here's Whale with the ball. Back over to Aus. Fakes the bounce pass. Now he'll bounce pass to the free throw line with McQuillan. Whale with it. Skip across. He'll look at the three from just above the elbow. That's a good shot for the Kindred Vikings. Aus. Whale with the assist. And we're wrapped up at 11. What an exciting first quarter so far. 2:15. Tell your friends and tell your wife or husband, we've got a good one here. You should be spending Valentine's Day watching this one. Carpenter let his defender fly by, and then he nails the three. Take that three-point lead. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 4 Jags set to come in at the next stoppage of play. McQuillan tries to drive, kicks out. Here's Whale, thought about it. Now he'll skip across, and no, he won't. Stroman will take it. He's got lots of space, goes up, off the board. That's goaltending. Stroman with the steal and the points. And now we'll have a host of Jaguars step onto the floor, including, but not limited to, number 21, who is Carter Osland, the 6'1 senior. We're also going to see number 13, Jacob Larson, who is a 5'10 senior. And we're going to see John Reichel, who's a 5'9 senior. Ball worked in. Reichel almost had the steal. We're going to credit Larson with the steal, and then a foul called on the Vikings as a bad pass was put down. This one will go on Aus, his second. Larson to Reichel, and now Wagner in the wing. He'll drive in, try to go up. No foul, and they called a charge. Shucks on that one as Wagner was driving in, and one of the Vikings hits the floor. It was a good move by Wagner. I like the effort, but they get him for the charge. Aus steps off as Olsen steps back on, and now we're going to see a new player stepping on for Peraza, and that is Chase Miller. 6'3 forward and a senior. Well, here's the drive by McQuillan. He'll kick it back out. Whale tries to fake, but Larson stands his ground. We go down to the bottom with Miller. Now out to the free throw line. One dribble and up for Olsen, and that's good. Olsen will take the pops as well. Three-point lead for the Jaguars. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Osland fakes the three. Reichel leans into that screen. Here's Wagner kicking to the corner. Larson, nice fake. Now he'll kick to the corner. Osland a little far out for the three. Reichel with his knee brace. Van Wetchel will take the three-point shot. Misses it all, and the Vikings will let that run go by. Just under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cam Van Wetchel. You can't see on camera, but Coach Laxdal saying, hey, let's pass that around a little bit more. 20 seconds to go. 3-point lead for the Jaguars. They'd like to keep that going into the second quarter. As this one's tossed in to Sunrem. Back out to Whale. Now McQuillan trying to split the defense. Running out of time. Sunram has some space, and he'll go up, and now a foul will be called. Good hesitation on his part, where he waited to go up on that, let those guys go into the air, and then make them hack you. Or if you're on the defensive side, you jump up, and then you have to put your hands down and let him basically take a free shot. First shot on the way will be no good for Sunram. That foul did go on Cam Van Wetchel, his first. Team foul 3. Both teams with 3 fouls. Second shot on the way is good. 2-point lead now for the Jags. Larson has to take a shot. He will. Will he get it past Whale? Wow! Jacob Larson puts that one up. Buzzer beater for the first quarter, and the crowd goes wild. I'm excited. This is a good one, folks. Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows us 19 for the Jags, 14 for the Vikings on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsborough, Macville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
19 for the Jaguars of Northern Cass, 14 for the Vikings of Kindred at the Palace on the Prairie, home of the Jaguars. I'm Leif Bach, and this is YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV. And we had an exciting first quarter. The Jaguars nail a buzzer beater in the first. That was Jacob Larson, and they get to start the second quarter with the ball as well. How exciting. So here's Metzger finding Carpenter, who almost gets trapped. A little zone play here for the Vikings, and we saw them in that first quarter playing this zone. Metzger travels all the way to the far side. Carpenter on the near side wing gets trapped quickly, finds Stroman on the edge of the lane. The ball bounces off somebody's foot, and now it's lost, and I'm going to credit Miller there with the steal. Whale brings the ball up the floor, and now he'll pass it to McQuillan. McQuillan is one of the tallest guards I've ever seen, I guess, unless you watch the NBA. Then he's probably quite short. Actually, he's tall for an NBA guard as well. Nice job by McQuillan to drive in there, get the points, and draw the foul. They're going to put this one on Stroman, his first. Team foul 4. This will prompt Reichel and Van Wetchel to come back in. Stroman and Mosier will take a quick break. 7:11 to go in the first half. One shot coming up here for Max McQuillan, the senior. He is 6'6", according to the roster. This one off the mark, no good. Rebound falls down to Wagner. Vikings back off their press that they had on earlier. Metzger brings the ball up the floor cleanly. Finds Wagner on the far side of the key. Nice pass inside. Van Wetchel with a couple of moves. Gets stopped on the block. Will kick it back around the arc. Wagner, nice drop. Drive in. Off the board too hard. This is Whale with the rebound. He'll bring it, toss it up ahead. McQuillan, want to go one way. Now he'll just go underneath. And Miller will convert the points. And I apologize. That was that Olsen underneath. Metzger, it goes off of Metzger's leg. That's what happened. I thought he called a foul on him briefly. So a 1-point lead remains. It's been 19 for a minute and a half for the Jaguars. Well, 4 points have been put up. Here's a drive here for Olsen, and he'll put one up as everybody down below me says a 3-second call should have been made, and a 1-point lead now for the Kindred Vikings. Reichel brings the ball, tries to go through a double team, and now it's to be taken away by Miller. Miller being contested a bit, but now he'll get the ball away. Here's Whale for 3 on the near side wing, just over the top of the rim. Rebound falls down to Reichel. Reichel up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter, low wing three on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked away, and then Metzger almost gets it, still loose. Everyone's running into each other. Now Wagner with it. Metzger will get it from his partner, Wagner, and then a three, nailed. Great job by Van Wetchel. 22-20, 5:25 to go. Trying to go to Sunram underneath, too high, and we're turning around to go the other way. Another turnover on the Vikings, as it feels like maybe they're a little bit out of sync tonight. Wagner gets a break. Metzger gets a break as Mosier and Stroman step back onto the floor. Swenson will come back on for the Vikings. He wears the number 20 as Sunram goes to the bench. It looks like Peraza is also back out there wearing the number 30. Here's a three-point shot for John Reichel, nailing that one from the near side wing. 25-20, approaching 5 minutes to go in this first half. Whale looking to respond on an elbow three. You got it. Great shot there for the senior, Brock Whale. 5'11", one of the shorter guys on this Kindred team, as Carpenter's trying to work past some trees. Skip pass across to Reichel. Down to Van Wetchel. Now back out to Reichel. He'll go to Van Wetchel. He's got a spot. He'll take that too hard off the board. Now they're trying to get the rebound and go out of bounds. Last touched by Olsen. Olsen hit the floor, so they wipe the sweat up. Osland will step on for the Jaguars. We'll see the return here of McQuillan. Brock Carpenter, well-deserved break for him. Now Reichel will inbound. Quick inbound. Osland looking for three on that wing. Oh, my! Nice job there for Reichel, going to just inbound it quickly, and Osland is there. Here's a score back from the other side as Peraza finds an opening on the other end for the Kindred Vikings. Keep it within 3, 4:10 to play now in this second quarter. Larson Stroman back to Osland, now back to Stroman at the top of the key. Fakes the handoff, now Larson takes that pass. Stroman will get it on the wing as Larson cuts. Good move by him. Handoff to Van Wetchel. He finds some space, fakes, and off the glass. Chef's kiss there. Beautiful. Beautiful job there by Cam Van Wetchel. 3:45 to go in the second quarter. 30-25 lead. Jags over the Vikings on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Here's a fadeaway shot from the elbow. No good for the Vikings and into the hands of Stroman. Reichel brings the ball up. Nice little toss. Here's Jacob Larson off the back of the rim. Nobody's there. It's wide open. Two Vikings crash into each other. Rebound will be for Olsen, and then a timeout will be called. Timeout called by Coach Whale, and the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows the Northern Cass Jaguars 30, the Kindred Vikings 25 on yourliveevent.com and Polar Television.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows us a score of 30 for the Jaguars, 25 for the Vikings. On yourliveevent.com and Polar TV, I'm Leif Bakken. Glad to have the play-by-play action for this Region 1 North Dakota boys basketball matchup. This is Aus. Jump in. Nice job by McQuillan to split the defense. Nice job by Sunram, and then blocked. No, he got fouled. Nice job for Sunram getting underneath, trying to get the putback. He is a 6'5 sophomore, Riley Sunram. Plays center for this team. One of the two centers. The other center is Jaden Peraza, wearing the number 30. Another missed shot here for Sunram, as Luke Wagner steps onto the floor, and Van Wetchel takes a break for the Jaguars. That one will be good, makes him 2 for 4 on the evening from the free throw line. Larson will find Reichel to bring it across the timeline. Hand off to Brock Osland. That's a long three-pointer as somebody yelled shoot it. I don't know. Luke Wagner going to drive in. Baseline gets too far deep, so he sends it out to Larson. He fakes, and then he'll go up, and then he'll be fouled. They are going to put that one on Jorgen Swenson, his first, and team foul 4 for the Vikings. So, first shot here for Jacob Larson on the free throw line is good. This is his first trip. He's only the second Jaguar to see the free stripe tonight. 2:47 to play in the first half. Nails both of them and puts them up by 6. See what the Vikings can do as they pass over to Ossie. McQuillan back to Ossie. McQuillan looking for a pass underneath to Swenson in the near side corner. He could almost get trapped, and then he stumbles a bit, and that official says that's a travel. Good defense by the Jaguars. A little cheering there from the student section in all their hats. Hat night, helmet night. You got a crazy hat? Wear it to the Palace on the Prairie tonight. 2:25 to go. Larson going to slow things down a bit as the Vikings drop back out of that press that they were putting on. Stroman on this near side will drive to the free throw line. Wagner thought about the three. Now he'll go in, go through, gets the foul and the points. Luke Wagner is impressing me tonight. He's made some very good drives. The one time he did get a charge, but that was still impressive. They put this one on Peraza, his first. Team foul 5, both teams with 5 fouls, as Miller comes back onto the floor and Sunram steps off. Wagner on the free throw, no good. Rebound falls down to Peraza. McQuillan back to Olsen and now Ossie. Olsen, McQuillan. High on the near side wing. Now we go to the key with Olsen, far side. Ossie as they just kind of play three-man pass, trying to find a post to open up. Stroman playing a good tight defense. Good job. McQuillan gets the ball. That's a good job wrangling that one in. Here's a nice little free throw shot. That floater is good. 34-28. Jags still lead. Now they've got the ball. Reichel back over to Larson. He'll bring it across half court. Long three-pointer for Osland. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound falls down to Ossie. Olsen brings the ball the rest of the way up as trying to split the defense. There's Peraza taken away by Reichel. That should have been a double dribble, and Ossie saw that and then fouled from behind as Olsen hammers him. Official was not in the right spot as it should have been either one of these or one of these. As I look at Aiden Hall, and he just nods in agreement with me. He's not going to say anything bad about his team. 1:17 to go in the second quarter. 2 shots coming up for John Reichel. Hits the first. Reichel, a 5'9" senior, listed as a guard. Second one is going to be off the mark a bit and fall into the hands of Olsen. McQuillan will bring the ball up the rest of the way. Here's another one of those free throw shots. He does a nice job on those. No doubt about it. Approaching a minute to go in the first half. Osland on that far side. Picks up his dribble. That'll cause Peraza to come up. Stroman trying to beat his guys. Gets past 2 and puts it through. So, official under the basket. I believe he just gave a bench warning to the bench. I don't know if they got onto the floor. You have to make sure not excessive excitement, but it is exciting. McQuillan picked up his dribble, finds Olsen now. He'll lift up from just inside the arc. Nice rebound here for Stroman. Larson will hold things off. There's about a 1.5 or 2 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Larson finds Osland. Osland trying to drive against this guy. Got to be careful on those push-offs as we approach 15 seconds on the clock, both clocks, I should say. Trying to drive in. Kicks out. Now running out of time on the shot clock. Wagner kicks it across to Larson. Osland up on top. This one on its way and hits the no whistle, and now time will expire. And as time expires, here's a pretty good lead for the Jaguars of 37-30 over the Kindred Vikings. What's going to happen here? We're going to talk at halftime about some pretty awesome things that happened, some not so awesome things between both teams. 37-30, Jaguars lead the Vikings on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, on yourliveevent.com, and Polar Television.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relations, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online at northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119. Well, we're playing Chuck-a-Duck here at the Palace on the Prairie to see how much money, or I can't remember what it's for now, but great little fundraiser. Chuck-a-Duck's always a little fun one. As we return here to our halftime report on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV, I'm Leif Bakken, and you have witnessed a very exciting first half of Northern Cass Jaguars and Kindred Viking boys basketball in Region 1. A little bit of a rivalry, and the Vikings had been at the top of polls and been leading the way for a long time. In that 2 slot, I think North Border was sitting at the top. Actually, let me pull that up right now and get you the accurate before we go on any further. 4 wins Minnewacan, of course, sitting at 16-0 in the media poll this week for the Class B boys basketball. Central Cass, they were sitting in the 8 slot last week. They're number 2 at 13-2. Powers Lake 16-0 in the 3 slot. They were 5th last week. Kindred moved down from 2 to 4 this week, again 13-2. Enderlin 13-4. They moved from 6 up to 5. Ellendale 15-1 on the season, dropped from 3 down to their spot at 6. North Border, they were at the 7th slot. They didn't change as they remain there, 14-1. And there's a tie for 8th. Lemoore, Litchville, Marion sits at 14-2. They moved up from the 9 slot. Shiloh Christian went from the 10th tie into that 9 or 8 slot with a record of 15-2. Flasher, North Dakota, they're in the 10 slot, went dropping from the 4 slot down to 10 with a 15-2 record. Also receiving votes this week, Thompson with a 13-4 record. Beulah has a 14-4 record. So very interesting 11th week of Class B boys basketball standings. But we're talking about this one here. The number 4 ranked Vikings are losing right now to an unranked Jaguars team. But you have to wonder if it's a little bit of a mental game for them. One, because the Jaguars come out firing, getting things going after their three-pointer to start things off, and then rolling along. And then They also come off a loss from Central Cass by 9. They lost 69-60 on February the 8th away at Central Cass. So here they are at Northern Cass. They've kind of got a rough go at it to end their season away at Oak Grove and then away at Enderlin on the 18th and the 25th, respectively. Back to this game, though, where we talk about the Kindred Vikings leading in points right now. It's split between Paul Olson and Max McQuillan with 8 points apiece. All of those from the field. McQuillan is 0 for 1 on free throws. Peraza's got 2 field goals for 4 points. Sunram was in there as the center, and he's got no field goals, but he's 2 for 4 on the free throw line. You've got O.C. and Whale coming in and nailing some three-pointers. Miller also stepped off the bench. That is Chase Miller, the 6'3 senior, and he's got 2 points on the board. 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds is what the Kindred Vikings had in that first half. Your leader there is Sunram with 3, followed by Peraza and Olson with 2 apiece. Not too many assists. They've been able to kind of drive on their own. We saw Olson, of his 4 points, 3 of those were slam dunks in the first quarter. 2 assists. There's 4 steals. Leader in steals is Miller coming off the bench again. No blocks. No blocks that I've seen. Again, all unofficial stats here at halftime. As we move to the Northern Cass Jaguars, your leader in scoring right now is Brock Carpenter with 6 with 2 3-pointers. That's followed up by Cam Van Wetchel with 5. He's got a field goal and a 3-pointer. Larson also has 5 with a 3-pointer, and he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Metzger 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Wagner has, actually, did I say that he was the leader? Carpenter leading with 6, 2, 4, and actually 7. So I lied to you. I apologize. Please forgive me. It's actually Luke Wagner with 7 points to lead the way. He's 0 for 1 on the free throw line. He got fouled on a nice split of the defense. He also got a charge put on him, but it was a really sweet move. So I was impressed there. In the rebounding category, only 6 rebounds compared to 10. So not a lot of rebounds. There's a lot of crashing into each other, a lot of balls going out of bounds, that kind of thing. Leader in rebounding is Stroman with 3 of the 6, 2 to Wagner and 1 to John Reichel, who came off the bench and is doing a good job, the senior there. He's got a 3-pointer, and he's 1 for 2 on the free throw line. There are a total of 4 assists. Stroman with 2 of the 4 to lead the way, and a total of 6 steals. Stroman also leading with 3 of those. No blocks for the Kindred Vikings. Again, after 1 quarter of play, the Jaguars led the Kindred Vikings 19-14 after they took a lead earlier. The Vikings scored first, and then a 3-pointer nailed by the Jaguars to get things rolling, and they kind of didn't look back and just kept focusing on their 3-pointers in their game, and we talked about that in the pregame. That's what they look at. They look for 3-pointers. That's what the Jags do. Here at halftime, 37-30, the Jaguars lead. If you watch the junior varsity game, it was a 55-37 win for Kindred. So, not too bad. It got a little out of control there midway through the game, but the Jaguars are able to try to pull up, and still a loss by 18. But I don't think that's the case. That's not the case for this one. As long as the Jaguars can keep the fire going in their gut and keep going against the Vikings. I think that they caught the Vikings by surprise, and it brought them down. So we saw the impacts of that. So let's talk quickly about what the two teams need to do. Well, in order for the Kindred Vikings to stick around and stick with it, they got to bring their spirits up, and they got to make sure that they're getting some more rebounds. I think maybe picking the pocket a little bit more. They do play a zone defense, and it hasn't quite worked out. The Jags have passed it around enough to where they find an open guy and they nail a 3-pointer. That's all it is. So maybe they need to switch the defense. I don't know. I'm not a coach, but the zone, it's worked and it hasn't. So keep that in mind. Jaguars are doing everything right, I think. They need to rebound more, obviously. If they can get rebounds and putbacks, they've got a better lead, and it's taking care of business. That's all there is to it. 10 rebounds compared to 6, a total of 16 for these two teams. Not a lot in the first half, but also a lot of the points have just been going in. So it makes it difficult to rebound when it goes through the strings like that. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Visit dhbanknd.com or one of their locations in eastern North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. They sponsor our scoreboard, and we're coming back with more basketball actions. Jaguars of Northern Cass lead 37 to the Kindred Vikings 30 on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV.
My dream career is to be an esthetician because it allows me to branch out and do different things on different people every day.
My dream career is to be a cosmetologist, and that's because I enjoy putting a smile on other people's faces. Putting a smile on other people's faces also puts a smile on my face.
My dream career is to be a massage therapist because I get to help people every day.
My dream career is becoming a nail tech because there are endless possibilities and I can get really creative with it.
We have 3 TVs in the house, and we had boxes and wires.
I called Polar and she said, we're switching to streaming.
We were up and running in just no time. I can be in the kitchen making dinner, doing other things, and Daryl can be downstairs watching baseball or whatever he's watching, and we have no interference at all.
Watch anything you want from anywhere with Polar Streaming TV. Call today or visit polarcom.com to learn more.
The Kindred Vikings will start off with the ball as they've made a few passes but are hanging out up on top. This is yourliveevent.com and Polar TV. I'm Leif Bakken with the play-by-play action for you. Glad to be here at the Palace on the Prairie, as that's a nice little run on the backside by Sunram to get those points, and it's a great job by McQuillan to see him for that assist. Sunram's first field goal of the evening, as a little bit of pressure is put on Mosier. Bounce passes up ahead to Stroman, and now to Wagner. Way out high is Metzger with the ball. He's just waiting for things and his guys to move around, and the Vikings will sit back because they don't think he can nail a 3 from there. Picks up his dribble. Wagner will have to relieve him. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Long one for Mosier. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound will be Sunram. First rebound of the second half. Paul McQuillan was trying to find Swenson, and that's a great job by Stroman on the steal and coast to coast. 39-32. Corner is Peraza. He'll drive the baseline, kick out to Swenson. Now McQuillan, nice little drive. He'll get his own rebound, try to go up, won't get that one to work, and there's Stroman with another rebound. Great attempt there by McQuillan. As Metzger calls out the play. Was that play 2? He said 2. Wagner with it on the elbow. Handoff to Brock Carpenter. Mosier, bounce pass into Stroman. That's a nice pass. Tries to go one way, and then he's denied by Olsen. And into the hands of Sunram. Swenson all the way down. Great job by Swenson to pick it up, his first points of the night. Can't let that block get in your head. Up by 5, the Jags are trying to extend that lead. Here's Wagner taking the free throw shot. Can't quite get it to go. Rebound will be McQuillan. Metzger trying to go up against McQuillan, who's pushing him off, and Jags fans wanting that called as McQuillan lifts from the free throw line, and then Sunram going to get called for the foul. First team foul of the half. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not, Sunram's first foul of the game. Van Wetchel will step on along with Larson for the Jaguars as Wagner and that was Mosier who take a seat. Stroman passes up ahead to Larson. Van Wetchel trying to turn against 2. Can't quite get it, trying to shake a guy loose. No foul. Rebound is Metzger. Good job by him getting underneath quick. They'll get a reset shot clock. Trying to drive in, kicks out to Carpenter for 3. Nails it from the corner. Stroman with the assist. Brock Carpenter with another 3. He has the school record with 10 of them. We saw that a few weeks ago. 10 in one game, just under 5 minutes to go, 42-34. Here's a 3-point response, and good for Olsen. (42-37), 4:45 to play in the third. Carpenter to Metzger, who dribbles high out, skips around in the key. Skip pass over to the near side to Carpenter, back to Metzger, now Larson. Looking for a 3, gets covered up by Swenson. Stroman brings the ball back out after he caught it just inside the wing. Long three-pointer for Stroman. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound was Metzger was trying to go up. McQuillan with the rebound. And Metzger upset with himself because he knew that he shouldn't have done that. Second foul on him. Team foul 1 this half. John Reichel returns to the floor. As Stroman and we'll see Larson also go to the floor. Wagner back out there. 5-point lead for the Jaguars. Little back and forth pass as Metzger had his work cut out for him there. Olsen on the wing. Now Swenson. Here's a long three-pointer for McQuillan. That barely moves. My goodness, his first three-pointer of the night. Swenson's first assist. Here's Wagner. Luke will drive in off the inside of the rim. No good. That's a good attempt, though. Sunram with the rebound. Lots more rebounding this time, folks, as we go to the corner. Swenson looking for it. Off the mark. No good. Defensive rebound will fall to Carpenter. His first rebound, surprisingly, of the night. Unofficially. Van Wetchel trying to do a fancy move. Won't get it to work. Sunram with another rebound. Only a 2-point lead. 3:30 to go in the third. Olsen stops. Sends it down to Peraza. Can't quite use the baseline as he glances over his shoulder. A lift from Swenson at the free throw line. Here's Wagner with the defensive rebound. Reichel will bring the ball up as Coach Laxdal calls the play. Sends it back to Metzger. Wagner on the elbow. Takes one dribble, finds Carpenter. Carpenter has his pocket picked. Peraza, 1, 2, and up. And he just barely touches the rim to slam it. Peraza, great steal and a great drive, and this will make the Vikings crowd go wild. Coach Laxdal wants a timeout. We take a timeout also. Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard 42-42 in the third on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
42 around from the Palace on the Prairie. I'm Leaf Bach, and this is YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV. Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows us that 42-42. Region 1, North Dakota boys basketball. The Vikings 13-2, the Jaguars 10-7, both trying to get an extra win here as Reichel dribbles into McQuillan. Back to Metzger, and now Van Wetchel. Van Wetchel loses the ball, kicks out. Here's a three-pointer for Metzger through the strings. Great job there for Van Wetchel to find Metzger. Whale stepped onto the floor during that timeout. Brock Whale looking for a three-point response around the rim, no good. Last touched by Olsen, who jumped over his back. And then the official says, don't argue with me. And so now the Jaguars will inbound the ball and bring it back after that one is missed by Whale, and the rebound goes out of bounds. Metzger calls the play before he brings it across half court. Guys will set up along the free throw line all the way across. Wagner, once again on the elbow, thought about it. Osland's behind him, hands off to Reichel instead. Osland on the near side wing. Kicks to Reichel, thought about the three. That would have been a long one. But these Jaguars have proven me wrong many times. Wagner, nice little dish pass, dish off and up for Van Wetchel. Great job, 47-42, back to that 5-point lead. 1:48 to go in the third quarter. Kick to the low wing with Olsen, now back up to Whale. Whale looking for a three-pointer, rattle home, you bet. That's his second three-pointer of the evening. Metzger gets a string from Van Wetchel, kicks out to Wagner, takes his time, three-pointer on the way. Ooh, off the rim, no good. Rebound falls down to McQuillan. McQuillan almost loses the ball. That was a good job by Metzger. There's a couple guys open as they bring it across half court. Whale to McQuillan, now trying to go down. Ooh, Olsen slips, but gets control of the ball once again. Whale thought about the three, dribbles, now finds McQuillan. McQuillan drives to the wing. Nice bounce pass. Peraza finds himself with some open space. That's a good job for Peraza to get his defender, who is Van Wetchel, to fly by. Wrapped up at 47. 45-ish seconds to go in the third quarter. You've got a good one. Tell all your friends to join us on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV because we are having fun tonight in Region 1 North Dakota boys basketball. Metzger looking for Van Wetchel, but he was established on the lane. He should have maybe taken that extra step to grab that ball. So a turnover here, and the Vikings will have a chance as we see some new guys coming onto the floor. It looks like Miller will step on for Peraza, and looks like Stroman's back out there for the Jaguars. Metzger getting a well-deserved break. Whale back to the top to McQuillan. There's a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, as you can see on the screen. Back to Whale. They're just kind of running time off. We're wrapped up. They don't need to do much. Sunram trying to drive in. Nice job by Van Wetchel. Rolls over the back of the rim. Osland comes up with the rebound. Jacob Larson with 6 seconds brings it up. He nailed a last-second three at the end of the first to Stroman. Baseline shot on the way. No foul, and so I'm going to call that a block for Olsen. That's his second as we close out the third quarter. It is 47-47 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. This is yourliveevent.com and Polar TV. I'm Leaf Bakken. Fourth quarter action in Region 1 of North Dakota boys basketball. Class B on the way.
I'm Rachel Kringstead.
And I'm Jacob Kringstead.
And we are Polar customers.
At Safety Pool, we work directly with our customers to find solutions that work for them.
As small business owners, we wear a lot of hats. We handle so much of our customers' information every day that we don't feel comfortable being our own IT department.
With Polar taking care of our IT, we can focus on taking care of our customers.
Call today or visit polarcom.com to protect your customers' data with Polar Extreme IT.
47-47 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Thanks for being with us on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV. What better way to spend your Valentine than watching good basketball? Aiden Hall says he's on board with that. And we appreciate Aiden Hall's help on the camera, and he appreciates good basketball. All of you at home appreciate good basketball, and we have good basketball from the Palace on the Prairie near Hunter, North Dakota. Jaguars will start with the ball here in the fourth quarter, and away we go. Jacob Larson brings it up. Mosier checked in during that quarter as he gets a screen down to Carpenter. Stroman kicks back out. Larson, Mosier looking for three, high on the wing. That one's going to be off, but a rebound. Ooh, that was close. Brock Carpenter was doing a good job trying to stay inbound, and then he did step out of bounds anyway. So this will give the Vikings a chance as that turnover happens. Jags fans are on their feet as the ball's worked around by the Vikings around the perimeter. Wall getting trapped and a timeout called. Timeout called. McQuillan was coming over to help out, and that is what happens. 47-47, we come back. It'll be after a minute as the Vikings take that minute-long timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Once again, it's 47 around. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Welcome back as the Vikings try to drive in. Here's McQuillan. He has a famous free throw shot that he does. No good, but a rebound offensively for Sunram. And the putback good to help things out, and the Kindred Vikings take the lead for the first time in quite some time. Larson down to the corner to where Carpenter is. Stroman back to Carpenter as he picks up his dribble high. Here's on the lane, Van Wetchel. Nice turnaround shot for Van Wetchel. Give the assist to Carpenter. Quickly moving down the floor, the Vikings are. I got to look up. Miller over to Whale. Long three-pointer from the top of the wing. A lucky bounce and roll in for him. That's his third of the night. What a shot there, and a 52-49 lead for the Vikings of Kindred as we go to the corner with Stroman. That's a dangerous place as we've seen these Vikings trap. Van Wetchel will get in the wing or the elbow, and that's a good job to go against two guys and ends up being uncontested. 1 point down for the Jags, 52-51 for the Vikings, 6:15 to play in the game. Exciting North Dakota boys basketball, I can tell you that. Here's a three-point shot for Whale. Off the mark, no good. Rebound is loose. Nice job by McQuillan as Jag hits the floor. Now Olsen goes up, gets his own rebound, goes up again, and now he'll be fouled. So credit that one there, and Olsen with a rebound, only his third on the night, by the way. The tall Olsen. Talk a little bit about Paul Olsen, the senior, standing at 6'5", as he takes a deep breath. 6 minutes even to play, trying to extend this lead as he's just a little weak on the first shot. This is his first trip to the free throw line. Peraza will step onto the floor and fill the space of Sunram. We'll also see Metzger and Reichel come back onto the floor. Here's the second shot. Rolls around and good. 2-point lead, for the Vikings. Just under 6 minutes to go. Jack Metzger back on the floor, brings the ball over, sends it to John Reichel. Now down to the sophomore, Landon Mosier. Long three-pointer, John Reichel off the rim, no good. Rebound is loose, and then Metzger had to touch the ball while he was standing out of bounds, and so that's how that turnover happens. McQuillan will bring the ball down the floor as Metzger is down there by himself to put on some pressure. Miller back to McQuillan. McQuillan just kind of dancing around on that far side of the key. We go to Olsen on the near. Down to the corner. Whale fakes the three, drives to the wing, finds Peraza. He'll lift from the inside of the wing. Rebound falls down to Landon Mosier. His first rebound of the evening. Stroman in the corner, kicks out to Reichel. Now we'll go to Mosier on that far wing. Kick back out. Nice screen, back to Mosier. That's how you do that. Stroman will get the ball and he'll just dribble it. Metzger will cut. Van Wetchel will screen. Ooh, he was open. Now it'll go across the way to Reichel. Jack calls for it, goes back to Cam. Van Wetchel. Bounce pass. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to do something. Kick it to Stroman. 2 seconds. He drives the baseline, goes up, and that's not going to work. And I'm going to give Olsen another block there on that attempt. As Sunram will step on, Miller steps off for the Vikings on the other end of the floor. Turnover on shot clock violation. 2-point lead for the Vikings. They're trying to extend it by more. They've not led by more than 2 this entire game, if I recall correctly. Student section is on their feet. The guys across the way are clapping their hands. The junior varsity team as Peraza goes under the basket, and that's just a great basketball move. He's got some basketball skills there. Jaden Peraza, the 6'6 senior. 55-51, 4:15 to play in the game. Metzger hands off to Reichel. Reichel getting pressured outward as Stroman comes and picks it up on the sideline. He'll drive in, jump stop, try to go to Van Wetchel, who's on the baseline, fakes against Sunram, who then he fades away. No good. Rebound is loose and ends up in the hands of Olsen, then stolen away by Metzger. Metzger takes it. He'll drop back. Here's Reichel. John Reichel for 3, going to be short as that one lands on the baseline. Last touch, they say it was tipped. Great job for Metzger on the steal. Olsen on the Rebound for the Vikings, and then timeout going to be called before the play can be started. 3:52 to go in the game. It's 55 for the Kindred Vikings, 51 for the Northern Cass Jaguars on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. This is YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV.
This is Jim Berkemeier, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
On YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV, I'm Leif Bakken, and the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows the Vikings of Kindred leading 55 over the Northern Cass Jaguars 51. Ball to be inbound by Metzger. Finds Stroman out on top. He'll just hand it back off. He'll do a little hook, run around. Nice job finding Wagner, who checked in during that, and he'll put it in off of the glass. McQuillan will bring the ball up the floor. Now he'll pass over, that was Olsen to McQuillan. Now here's Peraza. Can't use that baseline again, kind of gets shut down. He slips, and the ball is loose, and it's going to be a steal here for Mosier. Ball up ahead to Wagner. Metzger gonna go, he stops, pops, and it's good. Great job for Metzger. His first regular field goal of the night because he's been assisting everybody. It's 55 around as we approach 3 minutes to go in the game. Whale down to McQuillan on the baseline. He gets stopped, kicked out to Olsen. He'll fake and drive. Reichel is left on him, and that's a good job for Olsen to drive there. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Brad Whale. It'll be a minute long, and we'll take that time as well. I got to catch my breath. 57 for the Vikings, 55 for the Jaguars. Just under 3 minutes to play on YourLiveEvent.com.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
This is why they call it the B in North Dakota, because these two teams are in Class B, and either way, if these two teams come out of this region, no matter what on this side of the state, it becomes very good basketball on the state side of things. Regionals are on the horizon as we have a 57-55 lead for the Kindred Vikings over the Northern Cass Jaguars. I'm Leif Bakken. Thanks for being on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar Television. As the Jaguars work the ball around the perimeter, Metzger finds an opening, kicks out. Stroman thought about the three, now he'll drive, kick out. John Reichel looking for three on the wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Olsen is standing in front of Stroman, so he can't quite get the offensive board. Good defensive board by the Vikings. 2:30 to go, and they have a 2-point lead with the ball. Back and forth between Whale and McQuillan. Looking for somebody else, we'll go back to McQuillan. Nice job passing there from Olsen to Peraza. This one up. Sunram grabs the rebound. He's being contested. Jump ball going to be called. Good job by Wagner. Both coaches calling out plays. You see Coach Brad Whale yelling out run 4. Whatever play 4 is, this is what it is. Ball comes into Olsen, out on top. 2:10 to play in the game. Into Peraza. Wagner playing tight on him and will push him. The entire night, the crowd here for in favor of the Jaguars has been calling for 3 seconds. We have yet to see that call even happen. This is Jaden Peraza, the 6'6 center and senior, trying to extend the lead, and he will by 1. This is his first trip to the free throw line as he makes it a 3-point lead, trying to look for a 4-point lead. This one off the mark, so still a one possession. I mean, it would still be a one possession game as Wagner comes up with the ball for the defensive rebound. Metzger finds Mosier, near side key. Brock Carpenter looking for three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound falls down to Olsen. We're going to play pass again. 1:45 to play in the game. Up ahead to McQuillan. No worries. They're going to try to run time off the clock, only with a 3-point lead. Peraza tries to go in, and he's going to travel with it. That's a turnover and a big one that the Jaguars need to capitalize on. 1:32 to go in the game. Jags bring the ball up the floor. It's Metzger. Jack Metzger looks down to Carpenter, and then we look across to Coach Laxdal, and he'll take a timeout. He's got some to use, so why not? Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard shows the Kindred Vikings 58, the Northern Cass Jaguars 55, yourliveevent.com, and Polar TV.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relations, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
58-55. We inbound the ball and we play more on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV. 1:20 to go. Jaguars have a big possession here. Mosier thought about, now he'll back out as he gets to Stroman, who's going to try to drive. Kick out to Wagner. This is Luke Wagner, who loses the ball as Whale comes after him, and tough there. You'd think that you'd draw a foul as Whale was coming against him, and then Wagner is the one who gets the foul trying to go after the ball. So, lost opportunity. What happens now? Well, there's some fouls to give, so maybe that's what they need to do. McQuillan bringing the ball up the floor, trying to trap. Olsen almost lost the ball, and now he's trapped in this corner, and now a foul will be called here in the corner at the half-court line. They put that one on Stroman, his third. Team foul 5, so one more to give. 56 seconds to go. Ball comes into McQuillan. They trap him at half court. Looking for Peraza underneath, and he slams it down. And then he gets fouled. So Peraza with the big slam dunk. Then he gets fouled from behind for the 4th one on Wagner. This will prompt Van Wetchel to come in. So now the officials are coming together. Metzger was calling something and pointing at the board. And then Laxdal was saying something. And I'm not sure. We're not administering this yet. Okay, so the clock wasn't stopped. We needed to make sure that the clock had the proper time. So we add to get 52. It's a 5-point lead. Looking for making it 6 is good. Peraza does a good job on that. But we've seen crazier things happen in 52 seconds. Osland fakes the 3, finds Metzger again. Carpenter, drive to the top of the key. Kick to Mosier. Long 3-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound falls to Peraza. So Peraza got it out to Whale, and then foul by Metzger here for his third, and we march on down to shoot free throws. So, 35.1 on the clock here in the fourth. The Jags led most of this game as Whale gets his first free throw of the night in. OC set to check in for Whale, the freshman. Whale, I should say, is the senior. OC is the freshman. Second shot, also good. Makes it 63-55, 35 seconds to go. Got to get it into somebody. Running out of time and finds Carpenter at the half. He turns around, goes in. He'll take the three. Yes, he'll get fouled. McQuillan had his arm on him as he was trying to take that shot. And Coach Whale upset about that, and I would be too. Why would you try to foul that? And that was just a good move by Brock Carpenter, in my opinion, as well. So he gets 3 shots here. Carpenter, his first time to the free throw line tonight. Rattles one home. There's one. Second shot on the way. Also good for Brock Carpenter. Carpenter, the senior, at 5'11", as Whale comes in. OC steps off. Last shot for Brock Carpenter. That's good as well. So, good three-point play. Whale gets the ball, and Osland comes over and immediately puts his hands on him to foul him. So we'll march down to shoot the 1-and-1. Now, after watching those 2 shots that were taken by Brock Whale, I don't know if he's the guy we want to foul, if I'm on the Jag side of things. As for Kindred, hey, they are happy that he's getting fouled and putting some points in. He's got 3 3-pointers, and he's 2 for 2 from the line. 1-and-1, and he'll earn the second as he hits that. Gets quiet, and the second is good. So he's now 4 for 4 from the line. And it's a 65-58 lead for the Kindred Vikings. Been a fun one, folks, and glad you've been along for the ride with us as the ball comes into Mosier. He'll bring it up quickly, finds Stroman. Stroman lines up, kind of an off-balance 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Peraza. Peraza up to McQuillan, and then Olsen. Olsen over to OC, and he'll turn around. And he had an opportunity there, but decided to pull around, and he goes at the coach's face, and coach says, yeah, go ahead, make that shot. As a foul is put on Osland for him to take the 1-and-1. This one off the mark. Rebound falls down to Carpenter. Carpenter will bring the ball down the floor. Stops. Tries to pass it, but it's nicked away. Here's Metzger for 3. On its way. Over the top. No good. And OC comes up with it for a rebound. And that is how things close out. The Northern Cass Jaguars led most of this game, and then they let the door kind of shut on them late in the third and into this fourth quarter with a 65-58 win for Kindred over the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll come back after a little bit of a break. I catch my breath, and we'll get some statistics to you. We'll also get your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game as well. Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Final score, 65 Kindred Vikings, 58 the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com and Polar TV. RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
My dream career is to be an esthetician because it allows me to branch out and do different things on different people every day.
My dream career is to be a cosmetologist, and that's because I enjoy putting a smile on other people's faces. Putting a smile on other people's faces also puts a smile on my face.
My dream career is to be a massage therapist because I get to help people every day.
My dream career is becoming a nail tech because there are endless possibilities and I can get really creative with it.
We have 3 TVs in the house, and we had boxes and wires.
I called Polar and she said, we're switching to streaming.
We were up and running in just no time. I can be in the kitchen making dinner, doing other things, and Daryl can be downstairs watching baseball or whatever he's watching, and we have no interference at all.
Watch anything you want from anywhere with Polar Streaming TV. Call today or visit polarcom.com to learn more.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haave, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haave, a passion that grows.
I'm Rachel Kringsted.
And I'm Jacob Kringsted.
And we are Polar customers.
At Safety Pool, we work directly with our customers to find solutions that work for them.
As small business owners, we wear a lot of hats. We handle so much of our customers' information every day that we don't feel comfortable being our own IT department.
With Polar taking care of our IT, we can focus on taking care of our customers.
Call today or visit polarcom.com to protect your customers' data with Polar Extreme IT.
On yourliveevent.com and Polar TV, I'm Leif Bach, and thanks for sticking with us through a really good Region 1 Class B boys basketball game, a final score of 65-58. Let's take a look at how that scoring went as we saw a 19-14 lead at the end of the first quarter for the Jaguars of Northern Cass. They also led at the half, 37-30. Then we were tied up 47-47 after 3 quarters of play and a final as the Kindred Vikings snuck back into it and just kind of took control, 65-58. Let's start off with the Kindred Vikings, who were 9 for 15 from the free throw line. Your leaders in scoring came between Paul Olson and that Jaden Peraza. Seniors for this team, they both had 14. Olson had 6 field goals, 3-pointers, and was 1 for 2 from the field. Peraza had 6 on the floor and was 2 for 3 at the free throw line. The next one was 13 points scored by the senior Brock Whale, who had 3 3-pointers and was 4 for 4 from the line. He did a good job there. McQuillan had 8 points with 4 on the field, 1 3-pointer, and he was 0 for 1 at the free throw line, followed by 6 by Sunram, who did a good job rebounding. He led with 9 rebounds. We'll get to that in a second. He had 2 field goals and 2 for 4 on the free throws. 10 rebounds in the first half, 17 in the second half, so much improved there for a total of 27. Your leader again in rebounding was Sunram, who had 9. He had 3 in the first and 6 in the second half. That was followed up by McQuillan, who had 7 total on the game. 8 assists. Your leader in assists was McQuillan, and then 6 steals, 2 for Peraza and 2 for Miller, who came off the bench. Good job coming in. Chase Miller doing a nice job out there for his team. 3 blocks for the Vikings. Those were all put down by Paul Olson, the 6'5 senior out there. For the Northern Cass Jaguars, they were 6 for 10 from the free throw line. Scoring, your leader was Brock Carpenter with 12. 3 3-pointers and then 3 free throws, Next up was 11 points put on by Cam Van Wetchel. He was 4 on the field and 1 3-pointer. Then it was 9 for Wagner with a 3-pointer and 3 2-pointers. He was 0 for 1 on the free throw line. And then 6 points put up by Leighton Stroman, all 3 of those were just regular old 2-point shots. 6 rebounds in the first half, along with 6 rebounds in the second half, according to my unofficial statistics. That's a total of 12. That's a little bit rough when you compare that to the 27 that their opponents had. Leader in rebounding tonight was Luke Wagner with 4, 2 in each half. You also had Leighton Stroman with 4, 3 in the first, 1 in the second. 9 assists tonight for the Jaguars. Stroman leading with 3. He also led in steals with 4 of the 10 total. Metzger right behind, well, close behind him at 2. No blocks tonight for the Northern Cass Jaguars. In the JV game is a 55-37 finish for Kindred to beat the Northern Cass Jaguars. And here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 65-58 loss for the Jaguars after leading most of it. And that is how things kind of close out. We'll come back with your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, and I'm going to see if I can grab I might take a little bit longer break, but I want to warn everybody I will be trying to grab at least a player, if not Coach Laxdal, and try to get some interviews with them as well, just to talk about how things went. And I know it's tough after a loss, but we're going to try to get these guys and talk a little bit. Once again, a final here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard of 65 for the Kindred Vikings, 58 for the Northern Cass Jaguars. In Class B boys basketball, the Region 1 basketball. We'll be right back with hopefully some interviews along with your features as well. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
On YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV, I'm Leif Bach, and a final score here again on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 65 for the Kindred Vikings, 58 for the Northern Cass Jaguars, and we're joined by the senior guard and great player, did a good job tonight to controlling his team, telling his guys what to do, Jack Metzger. And Jack, you know, talk a little bit about the emotions coming into this game. I mean, it's a little bit of a rivalry. Yep. The Kindred's tough. We all know that. And they're coming off a loss. And you're coming into this game going, we're going to capitalize on that.
Yeah, we knew we could come in. We're shooting hot right now. We were just thinking that this is big for region finish right now. We need to be on top so we don't got to play that playing game here at NC. And we want to get ourselves our best spot to put ourselves in the second round of the playoffs at the region tournament. So that's just what we were thinking about. We knew we had to come out and shoot. We've been hot shooting lately. And we knew Kindred was a good team. We knew what they were going to do, and we just came in. We just needed to finish that game. We came out hot, and we didn't finish hard.
Yeah, talk a little bit about how that game started off. I mean, they score first, and then unfortunately you missed some free throws to try to tie it up. But then you guys just start nailing them, and bang, 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 and pretty soon they're starting to lose the wind out of their sails.
Yep. We just knew that we had to keep going hard. Yeah, like you said, I missed those 2 free throws. Knew that we are a team. We pick each other up. So I missed those, but my teammates picked me up. They hit a 3 the next drive, I think. So. You know, that's all we got to think about, just the next drive. Nothing really to say on that. We had a lead to start, and we just couldn't capitalize.
What's it like to be, when you're a senior? So, I mean, you know, there's all that excitement of being a senior, but also you're trying to direct everybody, and you're the leader. You're the captain of the ship.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about that role.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the captain of the ship. Leighton Stroman, he helps. He has great basketball IQ. I ask him questions all the time. So I don't want to take that role of the captain of the ship or anything, but I have great teammates who I can ask them questions, they ask me questions too, and it just helps our offense work much more smoothly. So.
Hey, you're being summoned by the rest of the seniors for a picture, it looks like,
shoot,
so
yeah,
I'll let
that's
you
our
go.
old friend. Okay, thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks so much, Jack. Appreciate it as we bring in head coach of the Northern Cass Jaguars, and it's Bryce Laxdal. And Coach, let's start with some positive things like what an amazing first half for your guys.
Yeah, we came out and we competed. We were, with 50-50 balls were going our way. We were the first ones on the floor. I think we only gave up one offensive rebound in the first half. That's something that we really talked about yesterday. I thought our guys did a really good job in the first half, and we shot the ball extremely well, and that always helps. But yeah, the biggest thing was we were the first guys on the floor. We were physical. We didn't give up any offensive rebounds, and those things didn't go our way in the second half.
One of the things I want to point out to you, unofficial statistics again for folks at home, 6 rebounds to 10 rebounds in the first half. That's pretty low. A lot of the balls were flying out and rough football play out there on the court, really. 6 compared to 17 is what I've got in the second half.
Yep.
Total of 12. 12 isn't a great rebound number. I think that it would have been a little bit of a different game if you're able to get some of those big bodies out of the way, and also forcing the trees to reach over you usually causes a foul.
Yep. No, you're exactly right. When we kind of missed some box outs in the second half, and to be honest, they maybe wore us down a little bit. Those are some big guys they have in there, and they're going to come every single possession. If you're not ready to meet a guy and hold your position, they're just going to go right through you. And there was times that they did that, and credit to them. We know to beat a lot of teams in our region how we have to play, but especially the top 3, we have to be physical, we have to box out, we have to hold our position, and we have to do that for 32 minutes.
The one thing that's a positive here is 10 steals compared to 6 is what I had. Leighton always does a good job grabbing that ball away, and there was a couple of scrums out there where, again, missed rebound that ends up kind of in your possession, and you're able to launch it ahead and keep things rolling.
Yeah, no, Leighton's the leader on our team. He does a lot of things really well. He can score, he can pass, he's very unselfish. A lot of times he's guarding, bigger guys. He's kind of our team leader. He's a captain out there. We expect a lot of him, and he expects a lot about himself. He has high standards and high expectations, and when we don't get it done, we need to come focused tomorrow and have 3 really good practices because we got to bring that same intensity on Friday night.
Not to make it any worse, but does this one sting a little bit?
I thought we did a really good job, and we had chances to win. We had some really good looks in the second half, some wide open threes that we knocked down in the first half. So yeah, I mean every loss hurts. You especially I thought we had a really good chance to beat them tonight, but that didn't happen. We can't hang our heads about it. We played hard. We're gonna come ready, get back to work, and I think we're really, really, really close to turning a corner and becoming a very scary basketball team.
When you mention that, let's talk about Hankinson coming to town on Friday. What do they look like? What are you expecting?
A little bit different than the last 2 teams. They got a couple of really good players. Kelly's very good. Hernandez is very good. But they're very good from kind of the guard spot. Not as much, meat and potatoes like Kindred and Hillsborough and Central Valley have been. They rely a little bit more on those guys, so we're going to have to play, a little bit different type of defense, a little bit more pressure up top, take away some of the driving lanes from those guys, and then it's still going to come down to boxing out and rebounding. Rebounding, the one thing about the rebounding and getting on the floor, it really doesn't matter how big you are, it's the size of your heart. And, those, if you let teams stick around with you, it just fuels them that much more. So we got to come out and just play some shutdown basketball for 32 minutes on Friday, and that's also our senior night.
You got senior night Friday, Oak Grove next week, and then we're into the regions. And, hey, Coach, to me it looks like Kindred's a beatable team. They looked a little invincible early on or here at the midseason, but now they look beatable, and I think that should be something the guys have in the back of their mind as we get to those regions.
Yeah, I think, at the end of the year, you got to beat everybody anyways. We know how good Region 1 is all the time. We just got to kind of put our hard hats on and come ready to work and come ready to do the little things for 32 minutes. That's kind of the biggest thing. 32 minutes of basketball is going to be our biggest thing.
Coach Bryce Laxdal of the Northern Cass Jaguars boys basketball team. He's the head coach. We appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Leaf. Thank you.
We'll be right back and name your RDK Enterprises precision player of the game after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devil's Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV. I'm Leif Bakken, and we're going to wrap things up here. A final score once again on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard of 65-58. Kindred Vikings beat the Northern Cass Jaguars. Jaguars led most of this game, but the end of the third quarter and into the fourth caused some problems. Let's jump into your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Visit RDK Enterprises at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota, and you can learn about available rebates and financing. Hey, is your planter needing some work? Get that work done with RDK Enterprises. Call them and get that done today, 701-636-2119. Then you're ready to hit the field this spring when all the snow goes away and it's time to go. RDK Enterprises or planterdoc.com. You can also update your precision planting stuff with them, and that's why we have the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Your Precision Player of the Game is going to be the young man that I interviewed just a bit ago. That's Jack Metzger. He's a senior for this team. He does a good job, and he doesn't want to take the credit for being the captain of the ship, but when he's the one that touches the ball every time down the floor, tells his guys where to go, he does a nice job. He was precise tonight in getting some plays called and doing a good job, and so we appreciate him, and his teammates do as well, and just a good job. Your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, Jack Metzger. He had 2 steals, 2 assists, and he had 5 points on the night with a field goal and a three-pointer tonight. Well, that kind of wraps things up for us. Looking at the Vikings schedule, if you're a Kindred Vikings fan, they go to 14-2 overall in the season with this win. They are away at Oak Grove on Friday. Then they've got Enderlin, or they're away at Enderlin on February the 25th. Then it's Class B Region 1. It's time to play the tournament. Then we've got the Jags, who have fallen now to 10-8 overall on this loss at home. They play again at home against Hankinson, as we talked about. Then they're away on February 25th at Oak Grove. Then we're into Region 1 boys basketball play. Here's how the scoring went by quarters in this one. The Jags led the Vikings 19-14 after 1 quarter of play. They also led after 2, 37-30. We got to halftime. It was a 47-47 game at 3 and a 65-58 loss, as Kindred takes over and wins and moves again to a 14-2 record. Kindred won the JV game as well, 55-37. That was pretty good. You got to see that here on YourLiveEvent.com and Polar TV. And on that note, that is all we've got. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. A big thank you goes out to our executive producers. That includes Mark Forseth and Jim Berkemeyer. And our graphics and commercials all created by Jerry Peralta on the production work, along with the many voices you heard on those. Thank the sponsors that you saw during our program tonight, and say thank you for making this possible, as without them, this wouldn't be happening, along with those you see rotating in the corner as well. That's going to do it from the Palace on the Prairie, home of the Jaguars of Northern Cass. For the entire R&J Broadcasting crew, along with the Halstead Telephone crew, I'm Leif Bakken, saying we'll see you down the road.